Hey there, fellow travelers, Mark here with Walter's World, and today we're in Casablanca, Morocco for the don'ts of visiting Morocco. We've had a great time visiting here. People have been super nice, and even there's places I really like to enjoy to go to. There's always some don'ts you should know about before you go. So here are don'ts of Morocco. And the first don't I have for you is there's a lot of beautiful mosques around the country, but as a tourist, don't think you can go into the mosque. Access to the mosque is strictly for Muslims. However, there is one very big exception, the Hassan, the second mosque here in Casablanca, which is really worth visiting because it is gorgeous. It actually does tours. You can go and check out. It is just beautiful to see, but that's one thing you should know. Another thing I think it would kind of do with the religion is also on Fridays, don't expect everything to be going all day long on Fridays because Friday is the holy day here. So some places, maybe shops might be closed or shorter hours and stuff like that. You know, a place like Marrakesh and Casablanca, you won't notice so much, but it is one of those things you might want to consider. Also, if you do hear the call for prayer, take a pause, okay? Don't try to bargain, don't try to like buy stuff and things like that. Just take a moment of respect when you hear that, and it's really kind of a nice thing. So you hear and you're like, wow, when you hear the call to prayer is really a really cool experience you have when you are here. Now, some tourist don'ts I have for you that you might want to know when you come here is one, when you fly in, don't expect to get through customs quickly. Look, customs takes a long time when you get here to Morocco because they're going to actually write a tourist number into your passport that you're going to use when you go to hotels and register and stuff like that. So it does take some time, okay? So don't be surprised if you do get through quickly if your ride isn't there because they're expected to take you a couple hours maybe to get through if it goes faster than that. So just a heads up. Also with that airport, don't think you can check in online when you are traveling here. You will probably have to check in at the airport, so just a heads up for that one. Also, a flying don't I have for you is don't bring your drones. You're not allowed to bring drones into Morocco and fly them around, so if you have them, you might get them confiscated at the border or at the checkpoints and stuff like that, so just have a heads up for that, all right? Now, let's move into the cities. Now, what are some don'ts you want to have here? Well, one don't you need to realize is when you're here in Morocco, don't expect not to haggle. I mean, when you're in the souks and the Medinas and stuff like that, it is all about bargaining, bargaining, and bargaining some more. That's how it works here. People aren't really trying to scam you. That's just how it works. And so what I'd say is, if you're going to be bargaining, realize that the first price they give you, pay between 25 to 50% less than what they start with. Okay, so you do have that. Though I will say one of the biggest probably bargaining scams kind of things you might hear about is actually with taxis that are here. And so I would say is don't forget to bargain with your taxi driver because you want to negotiate the price before you get in. So when you're going someplace it's kind of already set. That's why if you're going to go to your hotel or your yacht or someplace, ask them what the price should be so you have kind of like the upper limit that you need to negotiate and make sure you get under. They give you some ideas. And with that is, I guess with that 25-50% kind of discount kind of thing, a next don't is don't ever take the first price as the last price in bargaining situations. Because another don't I have for you is don't think that you can bargain everything here. If you're going to a normal store, like if you're here in Casablanca, this is a financial economic capital, so it's actually a relatively new city, so you're not negotiating when you're going to Zara and stuff like that to buy clothes and things. That's more of a straightforward purchase, so you don't always bargain, but when you do know the places, do bargain when you can. Now, another thing I have for you with money is one, don't think you can use your credit cards everywhere. Even if they have the signs, sometimes they might not like taking that kind of credit card, so do have a heads up for that because you do need to have cash when you're here. Cash is king and definitely king when it comes to negotiations here in Morocco, okay? So have cash, but also don't forget to get small bills because you're going to be tipping people all the time and you need to have small bills to tip or coins and things like that. And when you go to the ATM, it gives you like 200 and 100, so like 20s and $10 or euros. So, and you don't need that much, so make sure you can break some of that or don't forget to break some so you can actually have some to tip people. Because the reason why you need those smaller bills is don't expect people to have change, whether it's taxis or negotiating or shopping and stuff like that. You'll be surprised how many times you hear, oh, no change, sorry, can't help. And sometimes it's true, sometimes who knows, but that's why you want to have the smaller bills just